This week on 3D Archery, I'm going to take you on my course. We redid it, made lots of changes, and we just had an event, and I kept it up. So I'm going to show you what I did and talk about it a little bit. So kick on back. Let's go have some fun. Alright everybody, here we are, Station 1. I liked variety and ranges. I have a lot of things I like. I like to do things off with a bang. First station, long distance. I have bare bow stake back there, 40 yards. Trad stake, 28. I thought it was 30. I didn't measure them when I put them out. So the event we had, you can shoot 2 arrows and you count the higher score. The goal behind the event was get new people in to show them how much fun 3D archery can be. And I don't care what people say. A lot of people don't come because they're afraid of looking bad and missing. So we figured with the second arrow, they should get better and do better. So that's what we made it for. Nice way to start the day. Now, scoring that I did, and I didn't want to do it, but I gave in to everybody else wanted it. Center rings 11, 10, 8, and 5. I don't like that. I like 10, 8, and 5. Why? Went to a shoot and a guy lost because the other guy hit the center one time, and it was 12 points. Right? They were tied. The other guy got a 10, this guy got a 12. We say, well, he did it. Dude. He hit it 1 out of 30. He was aiming for that center 30 times. Hit it once. That was luck. That wasn't skill. And you shouldn't be rewarded for it. That's just my point of view. But I give in to what, the majority of the people want to do it one way, and I'll do it. All right? So there's target 1. Let's waddle on down to target 2. Signage is huge to me. I love it. I can't stand clubs that don't have it. Trail marker, we use arrows and those. And Nancy, she's a big Bigfoot fan, so she put Bigfoot signs out. And I'll show you the different signs throughout the course. But I'm telling you, you want a good course, it's all about signage. Target 2, it used to be shot on this side of the bank. You can see the bridge, that's muck, and that was swamp water before. It's always wet when there's a rain. But I wanted to change it up. I wanted something different. So I moved the stake into the middle. Now, obviously your foot can't touch the stake, but you just stand on the bridge. Nine yards. Oh, good. 3D season down south, 3D in general, it's very different than 3D up north. One, it's the weather. Our 3D season is almost over, and it's only June 14th. It's June 14th right now at 10:45, and it's 89 degrees out. In Louisiana, we don't even mention humidity, because it's always 90%. But that's a big difference. So, down here, our 3D shoots this seasons are way different. It ends by June, July at the latest, and starts really early in the year. Alright, got my owl. Gonna replace him. He's been out here for 3 years. Starting to show some wear and tear on him. Distance. $12. Bad shot. Bad shot. Didn't hold. All right. One of the bigger challenges we have down here is thickets. These things are nasty, and we have to carve our way through them. And this place is strange. You got like a stream, thicket, beautiful ground, stream, thicket. It's like lines. You can actually follow them through the woods. It's pretty cool. Also a pain in the butt to try to cut through. We have really nice targets, someone like this lion. I don't keep them out. I only pull them out for special events. And that's because this is a public range. We have to allow the public to use it. And the worst people on the planet is the public. They abuse them. They don't care because they don't pay. We have signs out here. Please, no broadheads. Please, no broadheads. Find people with broadheads all the time. Compound guys just sitting on one target shooting 20 arrows into it. Trad guys doing the same thing too, so let's not. Look, shoot 1 or 2 max, move on. Right? You gotta let everybody enjoy it. And I tell people, if you abuse this, the people that keep catching out here, you keep abusing this, I'm pulling them all in, then you're gonna have none. I'll just go somewhere else. Go! Alright, got a line. He looks about 18. Yep, 18 on the dot. What a guess. Well, going back to that scoring the center ring, I can't see it. I can't see the rings on that target. So I shoot to where I think it is, right? So if I hit the 12, it is just pure luck. Well, that's where I wanted it. I'm hoping that's where it is. I think it's a little to the left, though. This shot used to be on the other side of that little dip there. There's a depression, but with all the rain, it turns into a pond. So I moved them there. I had the stake farther back because what you had to do is you had to shoot, just miss that piece of wood in the ground, and you hit a 10. And the pushback I got from all these hunters who always talk the smack of, well, I'm a hunter, you know, you got to be able to shoot and all type, you got to lean, you got to do this, you got to shoot between things, all this. But now it's an issue. You know, you can't win for losing. So I moved the stake up to give them a little bit more clearance. It is what it is. 10 yards. 12.2. Should be a good shot. I like, but struggle at, quartering targets. Especially when I can't see the rings, because I really have no clue where they're at. So I'm just guessing 90% of the time. This one's pretty shot out, so I got something to go off of. 12 yards. 11.9. Shooting the same arrow. I have to make sure I change that. Ooh, little high right. Great backstory here. Might have told you before. The standing deer. It was actually in a different location about 40 yards over that way on the other side of a stream. And One day we had a big flood. It made it. We had another big flood. It disappeared. I scoured these woods looking for it. Couldn't find that thing. A year goes by, we get another big flood. And we're out surveying damage, didn't lose any targets. But this one guy goes, hey man, somebody's target came into our area. I'm like, what? Took a picture, and there's him. So that deer took a year's vacation, and now it's back. All right, about 15 yards. In the meantime, I moved the station from across the stream over to here, and we had the bedded deer. As you can see, it got tore up pretty good. So I decided to put that one out instead of carrying it back. 15 yards. Dropping everything today. Oh, I should have held a little longer. Like I said earlier, signage is huge. And I really believe some stations should have names. If you use scenarios and things like that, so when pigs can fly, pull string to make it move. So you know it's a moving target, but it's a pig. I love it. Simple, easy, but it's something people will always remember. All right, for whatever reason, my downrange is, I think, finally bit the dust. Moving target's about 13 yards. It's pretty cool. Only downside of how I set it up is you got to reset it every time. But I see a lot of people don't understand. They all go one at a time. There's enough room. You can fire 3 or 4 people, shoot 3 or 4 people at the same time. Make it go faster. I don't know why people don't do that. Not bad. I think I'm a little behind it. That's the shot I wanted, dead center. Good shot. Pretty good. Now some people are always saying, Greg, how do you shoot? You're shooting gap. Yeah, more split vision with a dose of gap and instinctive thrown in. So, what do I do when I come up to a target? Well, I stand there and I look. First thing I do is try to find the rings. To see if anything I can find where the rings are. Now, when you shoot these targets enough, you'll learn where the rings are. So you'll have an idea. Like a Reinhardt, a simple rule is to follow the back leg up, and you're usually right in the ballpark. So I find that. Then I look at it, try to find a spot that I want to aim at. Once I find that, then I got to find where I want my arrow to be, which is gap. Right? I make a mental note, I want my arrow here. Like on this last shot, I said I want my arrow on the belly. And I'm going to take a picture and I'll insert the picture here and I'll put an arrow. I wanted my arrow right there. I didn't say I needed it 6 inches under. I just knew generally where I wanted it. Then when I draw, I look at where I want the arrow to go. I don't look at where the other arrow, where the arrow is actually pointing at. I use my peripheral or my subconscious actually to do that, which is more like instinctive. I let it get it in line and it'll keep it there for me while I simply focus on that. Once I got that lined up, I transfer what I'm thinking about to my release to keep pulling and clean release stuff. And that's how I do it. So it's a little bit of everything, you know, and it works for me. Good shot, but I didn't hold long enough. $16, haven't hit it yet. Alright, I shot it twice. Moving target, little wabbit. Campground. First one I seen was in Southsides in Saugerties, New York. And I copied it, Tyogi copied it, everybody. That's just a popular concept. So in ours I got all these targets you can shoot during the week, but in the competition I actually tell you which one you got to shoot at. Tread, you're shooting at the bear, standing bear on the right that has the beer can on them. $19.5. Not bad. I think I'm just outside the 10. Alright, coming up to bear camp. So the whole thing is the guy is sleeping. Right over there you can see the word Z's. He's sleeping, and while he's out sleeping while he's cooking, the bears raid. There's my shot, did score 10. There's a target. These two are targets. The garfish is a target. The baby bear is a target. The baby bear is a target. Can's a target. The garfish is a target. And then finally back here, the bear and the apple. Got the clothes. Yeah, he's a little flat. Got to fix my lean-to. Got the fire pit. And there you have it, our version of the campground. This station was done quite by accident. I was supposed to come out here and build a blind. I had a tarp with a hole cut in it, and you're going to shoot through it to a deer. I got out here, did all the work, and our trail there's no access roads, so it's all one walk. And I forgot the tarp. So I came up with this. Big tree here leaning, put the deer on the other side of it. So if you're right-handed, you step off to that side. Left-handed, step off to this side, you got a shot on the deer. It's pretty cool. Try this really tight shot. Not bad. It's one of my 2D targets, pretty unique. You'll see what it does if I can hit it. Let's set up. Skeeters. Like the swing? I lost my focus because when I drew back, mosquitoes converged on my hand. Remember earlier I talked about thickets, it didn't look that good? Well, this is a definite one. We had to cut through all this, keep going, and then it clears out. That's some of the thickets we have to deal with. Raptor, there's 2 targets in the competition. You shoot the raptor, but for fun you can also shoot the egg. Egg's a 2D. I'll take a shot at it, see if I can make it do what it's supposed to do. 18 yards in the raptor. Ooh, a little low, probably an 8. Alright, let's try the egg. On the egg, the eyeball is the 10 ring. And that's what it does. There we go. Like I said, thickets, we had to cut through it. But then we had this tree. Was going to build a staircase, but they came out with a chainsaw and fixed the problem that way. One of my favorite shots out here, it's deep in the woods. The wolf. I took him in, he was brown, I painted him gray. Batched him up. About 17 yards. Alright. Again, lots of bloodsuckers. Good shot. I like that. Low 10. That's where I think it is, but we'll find out. Oh, I think it's an 8, a little high. That last target, thought it was high 8. So what my knock was. The arrow was in at an angle, it was a 10. Alright. $13.6. Ooh, I think it's just outside. I think I'm about an inch or two above the 12 ring. Last station, target 30. When I'm done shooting this, I'll give you my own critique of my own course. This used to be one target, but for this shoot I added 3 more out there, total of 4. You can shoot them all, but the target is the one in the middle. About 17 yards. Let's see how we do. Not bad. All right, let's go down and get it. I gotta go get something else, show you real quick, and then I'll give you my own review. And I am my own toughest critic. All right, everybody. Found that arrow. Hey, it's one of mine. One my honey lost, or her friend lost. Arrow dump off. Now over here in this tree, right there, see a trail camera. That's mine. I use it to figure out how many people are shooting the course, if there's compounders out here, trad archers, etc., how many hikers. And the bonus is the wildlife. I've found everything out here. It's just amazing. Wild dogs, coyotes, big bobcats, foxes, raccoons, possums, skunks, rabbits, owls. I'm telling you, it's just squirrels, everything under the sun. And it's just really cool to know that they're all out here and they're okay, because this is a wildlife preserve. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go up to the gazebo and sit down and give you my critique of the course. All right, everybody, there you have it. What's my opinion of my course? I like it. Look, I'm sort of biased. I think the target setups are fine. I really need to adjust the distance of the trad sticks. Personally speaking, they're too close. Other trad archers told me they're just fine. Personally, I like my targets between 15 and 23 yards. Right? I think my bear bows are really good. They're anywhere between 18 and 23 on average, with ones out to 25 and 30. It's a really long course. It's a mile long, right? But if each target's 20 yards down, 20 yards back or more, that's like 40 yards per target times 30. So that's a lot of extra yardage. Nothing I can do about that. But I do have some things I want to change. And our next shoot is September. And hopefully I'll have them done in that time. All right? So here's the website. Don't forget to check it out, where you can find all types of information about this 3D archery, competitions, festivals, and so much more, all at 3darchery.net. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with an all-new episode, 3D Archery. Now I'm going to lay down and die of heat stroke. Excuse me. Oh, God, that feels good.